Naval Radio Station, NRS, Frobisher Bay, HMCS Frobisher Bay, call sign CFI, was established in July 1954 as a result of the closure of NRS Gimo, Quebec. Station CFI was part of the supplementary radio network. Because of its remoteness and size, it was very expensive to operate. Renamed CFS Frobisher Bay in 1966, advancing technology eventually forced the closure of CFI later that year. 11. The American military left Iqaluit in 1963, as their development of the intercontinental ballistic missiles, ICBM, diminished the strategic value of the Dew-line and Arctic air bases. Canada continued to operate an administrative and logistical centre for much of the eastern Arctic at Frobisher Bay. In 1964, the first local elections were held for a community council, and in 1979 for the first mayor. The founding of the Gordon Robertson Educational Centre, now Iqaluit High School, in the early 1970s at Iqaluit confirmed the government's commitment to the community as an administrative centre. At the time of its founding, this was Thistle High School operating in what constituted more than 1/7 of Canadian territory. On the 1st of January 1987, the name of the municipality was changed from Frobisher Bay to Iqaluit, aligning official usage with the name that the Inuit population had always used. Many documents were made that referred to Iqaluit as Frobisher Bay for several years after 1987. In the non-binding 1995 Nunavut capital plebiscite, held 11 December, the residents of what would become the new territory selected Iqaluit, over Rankin Inlet, to serve as the future capital. On the 19th of April, 2001, it was designated a city. Canada designated Iqaluit as the host city for the 2010 meeting of the Group of 7 Finance Ministers, held on 5-6 February. 12. The requirements for the international meeting strained the Northern Communications technology infrastructure and required supplemental investment. 13. Timeline. 1,576 Englishman Martin Frobisher sails into Frobisher Bay believing he has found the eastward route to China. He held the first Anglican church service in North America here. 1861 Charles Francis Hall, an American, camps at the Sylvia Grinnell River and explores theaters of Coje's Inlet, 14, which he names after his Inuit guide. 1942 The United States Army Air Forces selects this area as the site of a major air-based support war efforts in the United Kingdom and Europe. 1949 The Hudson's Bay Company, HBC, moves its trading post from Ward Inlet to nearby Apex. 1955 Frobisher Bay becomes the center for United States/Canada Dew-line construction operations. Many Inuit continue to settle here for local services. 1958 Telephone exchange service established by Bell Canada. 1963 United States military move out, resulting in some population loss. 1964 First Community Council formed. Population of Frobisher Bay is 900. 1970 Frobisher Bay officially recognized as a settlement. 1974 Settlement of Frobisher Bay gains village status. 1976 Inuit present a proposal for a separate Nunavut territory to the federal government. 1979 First Mayor elected, Brian Pearson. 1980 Frobisher Bay designated as a town. 1982 Government of Canada agrees in principle to the creation of Nunavut. 1987 Frobisher Bay is renamed as Iqaluit, its original Inuktitut name meaning place of many fish. 1993 The Nunavut Land Claims Agreement is signed in Iqaluit. 1995 Nunavut residents select Iqaluit as capital of the new territory. 15. The 1st of April, 1999, the territory of Nunavut is established. The 19th of April, 2001, Iqaluit is chartered as a city. 2002, Iqaluit, along with Nunavut, Greenland, co-host the first jointly hosted Arctic Winter Games. The Arctic Winter Games arena was constructed in Iqaluit for the event. The 5th of February, 2010, Canada designates Iqaluit to host the finance meeting as part of the 2010 Group of 7 Summit. 16. Geography. Iqaluit is situated on the Everett Mountains. Iqaluit is the northernmost city in Canada, at 63 degrees north of the equator. Iqaluit is located in the Everett Mountains, which rise from Cougess Inlet, 14, an inlet of Frobisher Bay, on the southeast part of Baffin Island. It lies well to the east of Nunavut's mainland, and northeast of Hudson Bay. Climate. Iqaluit has a tundra climate, featuring long, cold winters, and brief summers that are too cool to permit the growth of large trees. Iqaluit has a tundra climate, Köppen, ET, typical of the Arctic region. Old Halford is well outside the Arctic Circle. The city features long, cold winters and brief, cool summers. Average monthly temperatures are below freezing for 8 months of the year. 17. Iqaluit averages just over 400 millimeters, 16 in, of precipitation annually, much wetter than many other localities in the Arctic archipelago, with the summer being fewest season. Temperatures of the winter months are comparable to other northern communities further west on the continent, such as Yellowknife and to some extent even Fairbanks, Alaska, even though Iqaluit is a few degrees colder than the latter. Summer temperatures are, however, much colder due to its easterly maritime position affected by features of the cold Baffin Island current. This means that the tree line is much further south in the eastern part of Canada, being a southbound, in spite of low elevation, as northern Labrador. 18. Although it is north of the natural tree line, there are some short, south-facing imported black spruce, Piscia mariana, specimens protected by snowdrifts in the winter. 19. In addition to a few shrubs, which are woody plants. These include the Arctic willow, Salix arctica, which is hard to recognize as a tree because of its low height. The Arctic willow may be up to around 7.6 m, 25 feet, horizontally, but only 150 millimeters, 6 in, tall. The climate of Iqaluit is also colder than Gulf Stream locations on the same latitude. For example, the Norwegian city of Trondheim has an annual mean temperature that is 15.2 degrees Celsius, 27.4 degrees Fahrenheit, milder. The lowest temperature ever recorded was 45.6 degrees C, 50.1 degree F, on the 10th of February 1967. 17. The highest temperature ever recorded in Iqaluit was 26.7 degrees C, 80.1 degrees Fahrenheit, on the 21st of July 2008. 20. Climate data for Iqaluit, Iqaluit Airport. WMOID, 71,909. Coordinates 63 degree 45 N 68 degree 33 W. Elevation 33.5 m, 110 feet, 1981, 2010 normals. Extremes 1946 present month June Feb Marapara Julag Spoktnov this year record high humidex 3.35.24.321.727.827.618.64.83.427.8 record high degree C, degree F, 3.9, 39.0, 5.7, 42.3, 4.2, 39.6, 7.2, 45.0, 13.3, 55.9, 22.7, 72.9, 26.7. 80.1, 25.5. 77.9, 18.3. 64.9, 9.1. 48.4, 5.6. 42.1, 3.7. 38.7, 26.7, 80.1, mean maximum degree C, degree F, 8.1, 17.4, 9.1, 15.6, 4.1, 24.6, 0.8, 33.4, 5.9, 42.6, 14.4, 57.9, 21.3, 70.3, 18.2, 64.8, 11.6, 52.9, 4.9, 40.8, 0.9, 33.6, 2.6, 27.3, 21.8, 71.2, average high degree C, degree F, 22.8, 9.0, 23.3, 9.9, 18.3, 0.9, 9.4, 15.1, 1.2, 29.8, 6.8, 44.2, 12.3, 54.1, 10.5, 50.9, 5.2, 41.4, 1.0, 30.2, 8.3, 17.1, 17.0, 1.4, 5.6, 21.9, daily mean degree C, degree F, 26.9, 16.4, 27.5, 17.5, 23.2, 9.8, 14.2, 6.4, 4.4, 24.1, 3.6, 38.5, 8.2, 46.8, 7.1, 44.8, 2.6, 36.7, 3.7, 25.3, 12.0, 10.4, 21.3, 6.3, 9.3, 15.3, average low degree C, degree F, 30.9, 23.6, 31.7, 25.1, 28.1, 18.6, 18.9, 2.0, 7.6, 18.3, 0.5, 32.9, 4.1, 39.4, 3.6, 38.5, 0.1, 31.8, 6.4, 20.5, 15.8, 3.6, 25.5, 13.9, 13.1, 8.4, mean minimum degree C, degree F, 38.8, 37.8, 40.5, 40.9, 37.9, 36.2, 29.4, 20.9, 17.0, 1.4, 3.6, 25.5, 1.0, 33.8, 0.4, 32.7, 4.6, 23.7, 16.1, 3.0, 26.2, 15.2, 35.2, 31.4, 41.6, 42.9, record low degree C, degree F, 45.0, 49.0, 45.6, 50.1, 44.7, 48.5, 34.2, 29.6, 26.1, 15.0, 10.2, 13.6, 2.8, 27.0, 2.5, 27.5, 12.8. 9.0, 27.1, 16.8, 36.2, 33.2, 43.4, 46.1, 45.6, 50.1. Record low wind chill 64, 66, 62, 53, 36, 19, 79, 19, 43, 57, 60, 66. Average precipitation millimeter, inches, 19.7. 0.7.